Hi guys, Blake, Levi, and Blake here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on beautiful upper Lake Taneycomo. It is Thursday the 15th of July and we are going to do the one cast for you today. So today we boated up. We are starting right below Dino's dock, also known as Scooter's dock, and we're gonna drift some scuds, and Captain Blake in the back is going to throw a signature series 110+1 French pearl. So the setup that Levi and I are using today, we have an 1/8 ounce weight on a size 12 snap swivel there, and a size 12 barrel swivel to hold the leader line here. I've got about 2 foot of leader line to my first scud. That's a size 14 gray, and then I've got about another 10 inches of 4-pound leader going to the size 16 watery olive scud. And Levi basically has the exact same thing going on here. And we are gonna start our drift here today. They are running 3 units of water currently. At 8 o'clock they're supposed to drop it. We're coming up on 8 o'clock right now, and it kind of looks like they may have started dropping it just a touch early here. It's pretty nice out here right now. I'd reckon about, oh, 70 degrees, 70, 72, 73. Oh, I guess it would help if I powered the trolling motor on a little bit. So fishing reports for today. The reason I'm out here trying this is I talked to Captain Jeremy Rasnick today, and he said that they actually caught more fish dragging a scud below the trophy area than they did on the night crawlers. And he said that bite up here below Fall Creek on scuds has been pretty good. And he also schooled me on, so I usually use a little bit more weight, but he said that even with the 3 and 4 units running, he doesn't use any more than the 1/8 ounce. So I'm trying going smaller with my weights on the drifts and see if it makes a difference. He said they did pretty good. Captain Blake in the back of the boat had a trip this morning. What'd you guys catch him on this morning? Where'd you go?
We were dragging night crawlers right below Fall Creek, about 300-yard stretch below it, and running back up. We did fairly well. We lost a lot of fish at the boat just due to break off, but overall it was a pretty good morning.
All right, so he said that they did about a 300-yard drift right below the mouth of Fall Creek, and repeated that drift using night crawlers, and they had a pretty good morning. I'm gonna scoot just a little bit closer to the inside edge here. Traditionally, I like to, when I drift scuds down here, if it's earlier morning, I like to hang closer to the shallow side, and as the day gets brighter, kind of work my way towards the middle of the stream. And we're at that point where the sun's kind of dipped down below, and so I'm going to scoot just a little closer to the shallow side here. And so we're going to fish this section around the bend kind of towards Short Creek, and then we're going to scoot down to right below the dock, and we're going to try night crawlers down there. Last couple weeks, honestly, all the really good night crawler reports I've heard have been from right around the corner of our dock down to our dock. Nothing officially on the first cast. And I am getting a fairly good bounce across the bottom here with just that 1/8 ounce weight in the 3 units. Captain Dwayne had a trip this morning. They did really well on the Signature Series jerkbaits first thing this morning and landed a trophy brown that was just a little over 22 inches long, throwing the 110+1. I think they said they were using the rainbow, juvenile rainbow pattern. And then he said they did pretty good on the fly rods, and we're still not sure exactly what he was using when he talked about long rods, but they wound up catching 2 more brown trout and a 20-inch rainbow today, so really good morning for Dwayne. Looks like Blake's gonna switch over to the 110+1 rainbow. And I'm gonna switch this weight out, and I'm gonna go with a 1/16 ounce and see if I still get a feel for the bottom.
I have a lot of mulch.
Yeah, I am too, and I'm getting a pretty good touch on the bottom with that 1/8 ounce, so I'm gonna downsize just a touch and go to a 1/16 instead. Which traditionally I've never really used any less than an 1/8 ounce out here. I just kind of increased the length of my leader instead. But this is what Jeremy Rasnick told me to try, so I'm gonna try it. Yeah, I mean, that might be the case, but I'm willing to try and learn a lesson. I'll either catch fish or I'll catch a case of humility, one of the two. I don't know, I'm still getting a pretty good feel on the bottom with that 1/16 ounce. I might just learn something new today. The night bite has still been really hot. Throwing the Signature Series jerk baits, and that's from the bank or from a boat. And they've been getting the generation schedule a little lower the last few nights. So, and I think according to Nathan, they're going to turn the water off tomorrow. So we did have a section of time last summer, and it may have been around this time, where they kind kind of had the water off for quite a bit of 1 month, and so maybe we'll be looking at that. I don't know. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but I would like to go wade the dam at night a few nights with the water off, strip some streamers. Well, so far no takers on the scuds or the jerkbait. And they are definitely dropping the water. We got like a 1.5 foot of drop now. We just went past the Acacia Club boat ramp, heading down towards Short Creek. There's your geese over there.
Well, we might just have to catch a goose.
Yeah? Something you can do when you're dragging baits across the bottom is kind of slowly lift up on your rod a few inches and let it down really slowly. Sometimes that puts a little extra action in the line and entices the fish to bite. I believe it was somewhere down between these docks where John Naprandi caught that. Oh, I can't remember if it was 13-pound brown throwing a 110 in between these docks.
Let's hope for a repeat.
Yeah.
I was just going over the state record.
So far they're not loving the scuds, or at least not the ones that I tied on.
Hey, what is loving though is the malt.
I'll pull this one in and see if I got as much moss with the 16th ounce weight. Yeah, still got a little bit.
15 minutes.
Here in just a second, we're gonna pull the trolling motor up and drive just a little bit down the lake and switch up gears and try a night crawler.
Dog sounds huge.
Yeah, it does. Oh, just the tiniest bits of moss are getting on there. Just enough to mess it up. Oh, Levi found a rockfish.
I got it back. Okay, we found it right there.
All right. Well, I'm gonna officially say no luck on the scuds, and we're gonna motor down the lake just a bit and try some night crawlers. Yep. I'll have to get back out here and play around with this. I saw all the fish they brought in today, so I know I'm not doing it right. All right. Those rod holders don't work very well. we're gonna pull up just a little bit above the pump house, and we're gonna just kind of work the edge of the flat down to the dock. That flat where the pump house is down to the dock is a spot that, I don't know, generally holds fish. Right at the pump house. Alright, essentially we are using all the same stuff here, just with a size 8 bait holder hook instead of the scuds. And the one thing I'm going to do different today is, instead of a long half piece of night crawler, I'm going to use a little piece of night crawler, and I'm going to thread it onto the hook and leave just a tiny bit hanging off. Did you really? You know, I've actually done pretty well on the 110+1 right in this spot before. On the flat here. It is amazing to me how they can hit a bait with 3 treble hooks on it and still wind up getting off. So I'm just going to thread this hook down this night crawler until I can pull it straight over the back, or the eye of the hook, onto the line here. I'll show you what that looks like. So I've got the night crawler, it's running up over the eye of my hook. The only thing that's left is the bend of the hook, and a little bit extra is hanging off the back of the hook. And I've got the 16th ounce weight on this one, and that's all 4-pound test. This is another trick with the hooking up the night crawler that Jeremy was telling me about earlier. And wow, that was a big explosion right below the boat. Oh my. And I gave a reel to Levi that didn't have enough line to cast.
Look at that, Mike.
You know, I think I let...
Don't get a runner.
I think I let somebody use that reel the other day. They may have lost some line.
I'd say. They lost more than some line. I feel like they just tied something on it.
I think the idea behind hooking the piece of worm on the hook like this is, whenever you have it dangling off the hook, they get smart and learn that they can grab the end of them and pull them off. And so when you hook it up like this, they kind of have to get the hook. Oh my gosh, I had a fish. I finally had a bite.
Especially if you weren't sucked it right off there. Sucker fish.
It's possible.
Right above here, about 20 inches long.
Really? Captain,
One was about 16, the other one about 20.
Captain Blake was saying that they caught a 16-incher and about a 20-incher. We're dragging a night crawler up around here, about the same place we started. And we are officially drifting in front of the dock. Oh my, yes. We might get to see what a fish looks like today. Sure enough, it's a fish. And he didn't swallow the hook. All right, there we go. There he is. He likes that night crawler. Ah, no. There you go, buddy. Well, not quite as eventful as I was hoping, but we did get to see what a fish looked like today. And we're right in front of the dock now, so we're gonna call it a day. We thank you guys for watching. Like and share us on Facebook, and we'll get out here and do it for you again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.